Alright, so we're going to continue the storyline for Chromatic Ode of Candies and Roses. So let's go talk to Candace.
Candice, you're here! Have you seen Dory?
She just left. I got here early, and she had already started doing business, so we wrapped things up right away. She left the city as soon as I handed her the travel permit and tax waiver I promised.
Wow, she sure didn't waste any time. So, how'd it go? Did she tell you where the gem came from?
Yes, according to the local gem merchants, the ore was retrieved from a nameless ruin in the desert several months ago. The ruin is in very poor condition. Even the writing on the walls is nearly impossible to read. Dory mentions something even more concerning, though. Apparently, the craftsman made another gem just like this one.
So there's two?
Yes, the ore had a crack down the middle. The craftsman believed it would be impossible to repair, so they turned it into two gems instead.
So where's the other gem now?
That's exactly what I'd like to know. If this gem truly provides the power of foresight, the consequences could be detrimental in the wrong hands. Funny enough, I heard a caravan was robbed just this morning in a remote part of the desert.
You think it's related to the other gem?
I can't say for sure, but I do know this. Only small-scale caravans or ones carrying important goods travel on remote paths like that, and the routes are highly confidential. So what you're saying is, whoever attacked the caravan was able to predict its exact location. It's certainly possible.
Sounds like we need to investigate the site of the robbery. But what about the preparations for the Sub-Zero's festival?
Dia said we can meet up with everyone later. If we hurry, we should be able to get back in time. Of course, if you have other plans, please don't feel obligated to come with me.
Hey, we're in this together. There's no way we're backing out now.
Let's head out. I should have known you would say that. Thank you for all your help. I think it'd be easier to glide down from here. I hate having to go around those walls.
Don't forget to stay hydrated. Is this really necessary?
I was trying to see if I can do the skill again while in midair. Apparently I'm not Kazuha.
You really are a one-trick pony, you know.
Aha, shut up. Or how? A how. I believe the robbery took place not too far from here.
Wow, we really are in the middle of nowhere.
Traveler, Paimon, over here. Do you sense that? I sense a trace amount of elemental energy. Exactly. Many among the desert tribes are capable of wielding elemental energy. The same is true for the Eremites. Some use that power to attack caravans and earn some quick mora.
Wait, are those broken planks over there?
Yes, all that's left of the transport wagon. I would imagine. Strange. The wood looks charged. Was there an explosion? I see traces of activity over there. Let's follow the road and see what we can find. Looks like a badge or something? Or some sort of token? That looks like a pouch. No, that's a water skin. There was stuff on the ground, but I didn't actually look at it.
Oh,
Ugh.
I can't believe this. We made sure to pick a remote path and we still got ambushed.
Excuse me. Sorry for the interruption.
Ah! Who's there?
I am Candace, the guardian of our village. I'm trying to learn more about the robbery that took place this morning.
Guardian?
Calm down. I think we're safe. Pretty sure stealing's not in a guardian's job description.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Don't mind him. Some of our guys are still on edge after the robbery this morning.
I can sympathize, of course. There's no need to be nervous. Although, is this where you plan to set up camp? Caravan Rebot isn't far, you know.
The robbery took everything from us. We can't just let that slide, so I'm taking my men to confront them and get back some of what they stole at least.
I would caution against that, especially when it looks like you're low on rations as it is. In the desert, impulsivity and overconfidence can be fatal. What was it that you were transporting?
Hazardous materials.
Excuse me?
For the love of... You can't just say that. Listen, it was just some firecrackers and fireworks. That's all.
But that's what the crates had written on them.
Because you're not supposed to set them on fire.
They're fireworks. What else would they be labeled as? Perishable goods? Ugh, just ignore him, please. As you can see, some of my guys aren't particularly bright. If the guards at Caravan Rebot hear of this, we'll get questioned all over again.
So the charred marks on the planks are from the fireworks? And where were you sending those goods?
To some tribal camps in the desert. Everybody's looking to celebrate with the Sub-Zero's festival coming up. Even small businesses like us got a share of the orders. Mostly the long-distance transports that no one else wanted.
I see. Could you describe the robbery to us?
Well, it was like this. We had just set out on the remote path when...
A web of thorns and vines suddenly blocked our way.
Vines?
What? No, why would there be vines in the desert? Our wagon got stuck in the sand. That's what happened. I'm sure it was a trap. After that...
Bombs started falling from the sky.
Bombs?
Oh, just stop talking. That robbery messed you up more than I thought. Don't listen to his nonsense. He's just a bit shaken up by what happened.
I mean, fireworks are basically bombs, so it's probably what happened, I guess. But this is kind of weird.
Anyway, as we were trapped, the bandits started firing rockets at us, which made a lot of the fireworks go off. In the middle of all the chaos, they ran off with the rest of our stuff.
Did you see what they looked like?
No, we couldn't really see anything. There was sand everywhere, and we were more preoccupied with getting out alive. Although, I did notice that one of the bandits had this green stone.
Did it look anything like this?
Yes, exactly like that. I just couldn't make sense of it. If you already have something that valuable, why go after our cheap firecrackers?
Unless the hazardous materials were targeted for some other reason. Alright, I think I understand the situation. Thank you for your cooperation. I would still urge you to head to Caravan Rebot and report the incident. For your own safety, don't let your anger lead you to do something foolish.
Well, all right. We'll just take another quick break before we head over.
Good. Let's go. All right, we should be out of earshot. So, what do you think, traveler? I'm not sure about their goods, and I'm not sure about their identity. Yes, I feel the same way. Their leader was clearly hiding something. I think we can safely say those weren't simple fireworks shipments. And now, whatever hazardous materials they were transporting have fallen into the hands of another group of bandits.
So one group of bad guys attacked the other?
It's very possible. In any case, our biggest concern right now is the group that currently has the goods, and what their goal may be. The Subceros Festival is coming up. I see what you mean. Their methods were precise and effective. It's very likely they're exploiting the visions granted by the gem. The situation could be even more precarious than we thought. I don't think we should hide this any longer. Let's head back to Caravan Rebat and explain the situation to the guards. Rest here for now, you two. I'll be back as soon as I've spoken to the guards.
Paimon hopes the Sub-Zero's festival doesn't get ruined. Things are turning out to be more complicated than we expected.
Oh? And what things would those be? Sounds like something the General Mahamatra should know about.
Sino, what are you doing here?
I'm here on business, investigating an unusual robbery case.
Wait, could it be the same one we've been investigating?
Sounds like you've been hard at work.
Just doing my duty. By the way, I brought something that I think might help with the investigation. Here, have some patisara pudding.
Okay, thanks.
Well, find any clues? They say the proof is in the pudding, after all.
Oh my god, Sino.
Did you have to tell that joke when Paimon had a mouthful of pudding? She almost choked.
Very funny. Don't tell me you did that all just to make a joke.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
He did!
Tell me more about this robbery case of yours.
Explanations.
I see. So you and Candice already did a preliminary investigation.
Yep, Candace can tell you the rest when she gets back. That merchant group was really suspicious.
All right. You can leave the rest to me. On a different note, do you have any other plans for the day?
Oh, we'll probably head back with Candace. We're meeting up with everyone to prepare for the
Paimon!
super awesome dinner we're planning tonight.
Sino's working quarters aren't too far from Nikita's. Did Tighnari tell him about the surprise?
Strange. Sounds like you're hiding something from me.
Yeah, it's Sino! What did you guys expect?
What? No, not at all. We'd never do anything like that.
Do you know why henna berries can't tell a lie?
Why?
Because they're always going to be red straight through.
Good one.
You think so? Then tell me your secret.
Seriously, there's no secret.
Is that so? You're not afraid of ending up like the bass in the lake?
What?
Because they always wind up eating their worms.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, who knew being interrogated by the General Mahamatra was this miserable?
Someone's being interrogated? Did I miss something?
Candace! Thank goodness you're back. Please save us.
What happened? Can't be anything too bad if Sino's grinning from ear to ear.
Nice to see you, Candice. The Traveler already updated me on everything, so you can leave the robbery case to me. But when I asked about their plans this afternoon, they started dodging my questions.
This afternoon. Aren't we heading back to Port Omos to work on the surprise?
Candace! It's supposed to be a secret.
It's alright. Sino has always been a part of the plan.
What? Why didn't you say something sooner?
Well, once you told me about the case, I realized I might not make it this afternoon. I was going to ask you to tell the group, but you decided to end the conversation.
Yeah, he was messing with us the whole time.
Seriously? So we had to listen to a couple of Sino jokes for nothing?
It was 3 jokes, actually. Right, we never told you who was involved. Apologies, that was our mistake.
Well, with that resolved, could you tell the group I've got a case? Oh, and these are the items I was supposed to get. Could you take them back with you?
Sure thing, we've got this.
I would hope so. I just handed it to you.
Oh, enough already!
Oh my god, Cyno. Well, that's one way to torture a group of people. Oh, I meant to go down.
Yeah.
I was hoping if I aimed it downwards, it would go downwards.
We're back. Finally free from all those terrible jokes.
I rarely get to spend time with Cyno outside of work. I'm sure he's just happy you came back for Sub-Zero's festival.
That explains why he had all those jokes ready to go even while on the job. Paimon will never understand how he doesn't give himself a cringe attack. Candice? Did you have another vision?
Yes. I saw two people enter the alley over there. They seemed suspicious. I think they were talking about something dangerous.
Dangerous? Maybe they're the bandits from earlier.
Did you see what they looked like? No. Unfortunately, the visions are very blurry. I could only catch a few words and some vague images.
Then let's sneak up on them. If they're the ones looking to cause trouble during the Sub-Zero's festival, we should catch them in the act.
No, nothing. Secret signal. Explosion goes off.
Hey, did you hear that? Sounds like they're talking about something dangerous.
Let's try to get closer. When passes by the flare carriage, we'll launch it. Factor in the object's trajectory. Completely foolproof. Stop your planning at once. Huh? Is something wrong?
Wait, it's you two? Oh, what kind of terrible plan were you talking about just now? Something about explosions and the flower carriage?
The connections we make reveal a lot about the mind. The fact that you went to a dark place simply shows the way you think. Honestly, Paimon, what did you think we were doing? We were just discussing the birthday surprise. Oh, this is a recap of what they thought. Like I said, that's not it. We have more than just a heartless transactional relationship. You're overthinking the whole thing. It was your theory in the first place, that Marak disappeared after working for you all this time without anything in return. I think I'm allowed some dramatics. Marak hasn't come back since I sent it out for coffee. Perhaps saying the underlings at the academia pick up coffee for their seniors taught Marak something about its own situation. You're saying I treat Marak like my inferior? I would never. I'm just worried Marak had some sort of awful experience and decided to run away. Maybe something triggered an existential crisis, and Marak became so angry about its mechanical existence, it decided to never come back. That's certainly an imaginative conclusion. No, that's impossible. I created Marak myself, and I performed regular maintenance every week. There's no way Marak would be that heartless. And here you are, in part almost, telling me all this when I'm supposed to be working. It's good I ran into you, actually. I was hoping you'd look at my proposal. I thought you were confident in your abilities. It's not like that. I just wanted to confirm the route for the flower carriage. Unfortunately, I know nothing about the route for the flower carriage. What? You're not involved in the flower festival at all? The academia couldn't convince you to help out? Organizing festivals is not part of my job description. You really think the academia can convince me otherwise? You've got a point. Well, could you at least take a look at the final explosion? Explosion? Yep, the candy tower designed is going to hit the flower carriage at a designated time and explode into pieces, shooting candy in all directions. Not the dangerous kind of explosion, though. It's supposed to look like fireworks. I consulted a bunch of food engineering papers, so it's completely safe. The candy is soft and the packaging is as smooth as silk flower fabric. Once I receive the secret signal, Marak will activate the mechanism from afar. That way I can make sure the explosion goes off at the right time and place. And when is that supposed to be? When the Dendro Archon passes by the flower carriage. Once we receive the signal, we'll launch it and kaboom! Don't forget to factor in the object's trajectory and humidity level. Already done. The mechanism inside the candy tower controls for those factors. The plan is completely foolproof. And now we're caught up to the discussion.
So that's what all this was about?
You had your mind set on a very different interpretation.
Well, about that.
It's alright, let me explain. Explanations! The ability to see the future? That's incredible. Fascinating. You formulate a hypothesis based on your interpretation of the gem's abilities, yet the results fail to corroborate it. Perhaps this calls for a different postulation.
Maybe you could dumb that down a little.
You assumed you were seeing the future, but what if you were actually seeing the past?
The past?
Jagar said this was the second time his wind generator broke down. The mechanical failures of that nature come with predictable consequences. His lack of surprise suggests something similar happened in the past. As for the fallen crates, during a busy time like the Subceros Festival, people often stack their crates on both sides of the street, likely leading to similar accidents. Seeing people have a private conversation in a secluded place is even more common. So you're saying we just happen to witness events that have occurred before? No, I used the wrong tone of voice. It's easy for mundane events to appear special. So, either you can predict the future and make it deviate off course, or you happen to witness the past. Yeah, the second option seems a bit easier to swallow. That's not why I brought it up. I was simply trying to offer a change in perspective.
Well, it does explain what we saw.
The condition and actions required to trigger this power are still unclear. If you plan to investigate further, you should pay attention to those two factors. Speaking of change in perspective, maybe you were the one that scared Marak off. An ingenious thought. If Marak and I had never met before. Yeah, Marak should be used to you, especially after I programmed it to recognize your voice. Something else must have happened.
Kaveh, if Marak is missing, what's that thing coming toward us right now?
Marak. Huh? Marak, where have you been? Beep beep. You went to look for more coffee beans because the shop was out of stock? Hey, if they're out, they're out. You don't have to go that far. Marak sure is persistent.
Candice, something on your mind?
I was just thinking about Mr. Alhathan's theory. It makes sense until we factor in the robbery in the desert.
Huh.
Oh, you're all here. Something wrong? You look troubled. I was just trying to work through some mysteries. Oh, right. It's almost time for our meeting. We'll catch you up on the way. I'm needed at the house of Dina. See you later.
Yep, bye-bye.
Huh? Nice of you to finally show up. All young and capable, and yet not one of you could get here before a senior such as myself. Apologies, Madame Farzan. We, got caught up in a discussion. A discussion more important than the candy tower? Finding a suitable material for the candy. That was supposed to be the priority, or we might not make it in time for the parade. Well, did you figure something out? Yes, took me several dozen papers, but I got to it in the end. Well, at least you young people work fast. All right, now's no time to slack off. We need to focus, or we still might not make it in time. You're right. We should leave the other case to Sino. There's not much we can do from here anyway. Well then, let's get to it. Don't make me order you around like little kids. Oh, and Kaveh, you wanted a mechanism to simulate the parade, right? I finished it. Already? That's amazing. Huh. No more difficult than Havarate's standard curriculum 100 years ago. Here, let me know if it works. Thank you so much, Madame Farzan. Traveler, mind helping me test this out? I need to observe the carriage to make adjustments to the candy tower. Sure, just leave it to me. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, I'm doing this again. I already know how this works. I've played through all of this already. But you're going so slow compared to when I did the last one. Is this one going to pick up speed or no? I didn't know we were actually keeping track of this, but okay. Oh, not bad. Looks like a successful simulation. Thanks to you two, I already have a pretty good idea of how the tower should look. Alright, now it's time for the production phase. Go ahead and sketch out the design. We'll deal with the candy part. Where are Kali and Dia? They've been at Miss Dunyarzad's house the past couple of days, working on the candy decorations. I'm sure they have it under control.
Oh, wait, now that you mention it, why aren't we meeting in the city? Wouldn't that be more convenient?
Because we'd be right under the Dendro Archon's nose. It would be too easy to run into her. Being further away from Sumeru City means our chances of getting caught are lower. The last thing we want is for the Dendro Archon to discover the surprise. Huh? What's going on? I thought I just heard my name. Huh? Kaveh? Madame Farzan? You call this a design? What possessed you to use that kind of material for the roof? Oh, I... Play along. This design overturns centuries of Sumeru's architectural tradition. The Dendro Archon would be devastated if she saw it. Oh, yes, you're right. I mean, just look at the facade. Completely unacceptable. Oh, I'm sure you can come up with a new design in a few days, right? Of course. I'll get something to you first thing tomorrow. Oh, so it was a conversation about architecture. I think innovation could be a good thing. Oh, don't mind us, Archon. Kaveh is an intelligent young man. He just goes overboard sometimes. Really, lets his imagination run wild. Don't worry, it's a simple fix. I see. Nothing to worry about. He'll revise the design right away. All right, if you say so. Still, I'd be happy to take a look at the plans. I might be able to give some pointers. Yeah. Oh, is this not a good time? Well, about that. They all look extremely uncomfortable. Are they afraid to show me their work? Or embarrassed to talk about the problem? The plans. Oh, I almost forgot. My friend has them. That guy's always causing trouble. I'll go fetch them in a bit. They're definitely up to something. Nilu! Huh? Save us! Now! Hmm? Ah! Archon! Oh, Nilu, did you need something? Yes, I've been looking for you all over. The folks at Theater had some questions about the program for the Sub-Zero Festival. Oh, then I'll head over right away. Thank you for coming all this way, Nilu. No, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to pay us a visit. It's no trouble. I've had a lot of free time lately. I heard things were getting lively at Port Ormos, so I decided to come take a look. Well, I guess we should head back, Nilu. See you all some other time.
That was too close.
Sorry for yelling just now, Kaveh. Don't worry, I have nothing but absolute confidence in your design. I don't make a habit of speaking like that to a capable junior. It's alright, I understand. Oh, Kaveh, by the way. Hop to it, Kaveh. We need those plans. Do I really need to watch you do the revisions for this to get done? I'm going. Oh, I just wanted to say, you can always come to me if you ever need guidance or help with anything. Oh, don't worry, Archon. This is all under control. Oh god, this is funny. Take care, Archon. Oh, I didn't do his voice right. Oh well.
Hyman's heart can't take much more of this.
Let's move our meeting spot to Paris Dia, just in case. Port almost was a good choice in terms of location, but we forgot to factor in the festival. Should we go now? I think that's the best choice. Kaveh can focus on designing the candy tower. The rest of us will transport the materials. Don't worry, Kaveh. I'll support you no matter what design you come up with. Thanks. Madame Farzan says she doesn't normally yell at her juniors, but I feel like I just got a glimpse of a true senior researcher. Even though there's nothing senior about her appearance. Alright, it's decided. Let's meet tomorrow at Paris Dia. Paris Dia. I think that's how it's pronounced. Alright, so that's the end of that segment. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Woohoo! I got all the rewards now! I'll wait on that one. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this segment of Chromatic Ode of Candies and Roses, and I'll see you guys later!